Hello and welcome. Adita Lang here, and in today's strength and bodyweight class, well, we're working on upper body. So with that said, I need you to have a set of medium to heavy weights and a set of light weights, plus a mat, plus water close by. Take breaks when you need to, and of course, work at a pace that's comfortable to you. But as we get started, let's just start with the warm-up, shall we? Step touch here, and as you step touch, can we talk posture just for a brief moment? Shoulders go back, and they go down, as if you press them into your back pockets. This lifts up your chest. At the same time, your ribs open a little bit, so I want you to contract them in ever so slightly. Now that engages your abdominals. And shift your weight from one leg to the other, reaching one arm forward. Now, as your arm goes forward, you are still holding your shoulder back and down. It's really important, so that shoulders stay back. You know, this is a strength class, so we want to work on our strength as well as getting our warm-up here. One more time. Drop the toe, reach across the chest. Racing in from your center. And then once again, reach forward, back to a step touch. And shift your weight from one side to the other. Keeping the shoulders both held back. And drop the toe, reach across the chest. You have 4 and 3. Now 2 and 1, hold here. Roll through the foot and up, down, roll up. One more time. Hold the heel down and stretch forward, keeping the heel on the ground, feeling the stretch in your calf. Big deep breath here. Exhale. Now turn the body to the front. Toes come up and sit down with the right leg as you hinge, pushing your tailbone back so you feel the lengthening in the hamstring. Big deep breath. Exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Now the other side. Let's roll through the back foot. Up and down. Roll up. One more time. And hold here. Lunge forward. Bracing in from the center. Big deep breath. Exhale. And hold. Now turn to the front. Toes up. Sitting down. Press the tailbone back. Big deep breath. And exhale. Sit back as you hinge. Come center, both feet go out. The left arm, reach up and pull down. Up and pull down. Give yourself a side stretch and then pull. Up and pull down. One more. Hold here. Now take the arm across the chest and hold. The other side. Reach up and pull down. Up and pull down. 3 more. And 2. Hold here, arm goes across the chest and hold, shoulders are down. And release. So as we get started, let's just prime ourselves a little bit. Your feet are hip distance, both arms go out. Think shoulder blades. They move back and together and release. Back and together and release. You have a small bend in the knee. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Now glance at your elbows. They should not be bending. They should not be opening and closing. They simply are shifting back to squeeze the shoulder blades and release. 4 more. 3. And 2. Now 1. Shake those arms out. Okay, let's take one heavy weight. Place yourself in a lunge position. Up on the toes, bend the knees down. From here, hinge forward. And a 1-arm row. So now, remember that retraction we just did? I want you to think about holding the shoulder blades together as you lift up through the elbow. And up. Now brace in from the center. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side, same thing. Up on the toe, bend both knees so you're like just sitting very evenly on both legs. Now hinge and lift up and down, retracting the shoulder blades and trying to hold that throughout this exercise. Inhale and exhale and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, the weight goes down by our side. Let's do one more round here. Small bend in the knees, shoulder blades retract and release. Straight back. This, for silly as it sounds, is one of my favorite exercises, and I want to tell you why. Because this muscle in between your shoulder blades, called your rhomboids, is responsible for keeping your shoulders held back so you stand up nice and tall. So it's a vanity part, at least for me it is. I feel like it's a vanity part. So I really enjoy doing this exercise because I know what the outcome is. 4 more. And 3. Now 2. And 1. Release. Let's get the dumbbell again. In your lunge position, chest is up nice and tall. Be nice and even on both feet. And hinge from the hip. Pull up. You're lifting from the elbow up. Your hand just goes along for the ride. But the shoulder blades are staying connected. Full inhale, full exhale. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Get yourself nice and centered. Hinge forward, bracing in from the center. Lift from the elbow, keeping those shoulder blades connected. Full inhale, full exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the weight. Let's take our lighter weights. Nice and tall right here. Shoulder blades are back. Turn the arms. And just a simple bicep curl. And I want you to think about the muscle that we're working. So that's the front of the arm. And as you curl, if you really think hard about it, you'll feel the muscle contract. And that's what I want you to do. That's called intentional training. And the goal here is to think about whatever muscle we're working so that we can actually make it contract a little bit more. Full inhale, full exhale. Now we're using weights. So here's the rule. The weight should feel kind of challenging, but never so difficult that you feel like you're struggling to curl the weight. So if it's not challenging enough, you can add more weight. And if you feel like it's a bit too much, then let's lower the weight. Perfect posture is the most important. Let's do 1 more. And up. Now hold here, right in front. Shoulders are pushed down and back, and 1 arm at a time goes up. And lift, down, and up. Full inhale, full exhale. Bracing in from the center and using your breath as you move. Lift up. And again. We have 4 more on each side. Here's 3. And 2. 1 more time. Up. And bring those arms back down. Turning the arms out, shoulder blades go nice and far back. So you feel those shoulder blades squeezing together, a little bit of retraction, and curl from there. Feeling the bicep contract as you curl the dumbbell. So the minute you bend that elbow, you feel the muscle pulling the weight up and contracting all the way through. Full inhale, full exhale. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here. 1 arm at a time. Up and down. Up and down. Again. Use your breath as you go. And lift. Up and down. Lift. Up. We have 5 more on each side. This one's 1. Keeping the shoulders held down, even though you're extending your arm up. That's 2. Here's 3. And last 1, 4. And bring yourself down. So let's work our way to the floor. Great time to grab some water and place your mat on the floor. So starting with just the legs out. Big deep breath here and exhale and hinge forward. Now, if you feel like your hips are tucked under and it's very difficult to sit up straight, I want you to roll up a towel or your mat in order to prop you up just a little bit, and that'll give you enough leverage to hinge properly. Pull the toes back, feel the stretch behind the legs, big deep breath, and exhale. Now cross over into a figure four, inhale here, and exhale, hinge forward. Now knee comes up and rotate. And release the other side. Hinge forward. And then lift up and rotate. And release. So let's start with push-ups. Moving these weights out of the way. So your hands are off the mat. That would be the best deal. Basically, you want to get your elbows to a 90-degree bend. Now your tailbone comes down so that you feel that all of your weight is in your hands. At the same time, brace in from your center so your back is protected and strong. From here, bend 90 degrees and push up. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch back. We must enjoy these times that we stretch. And then come forward. Let's take one of the lighter weights. Hold yourself here in all fours. Elbow comes up and kick back for triceps. Keeping both hips parallel to the floor, both shoulders parallel to the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now switch sides. Looking down, balancing your weight, elbow up, and kick back. Bracing in from the center. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering the weight, place the hands back out. We have one more round. So hips go down, all of your body weight's in your hands, bracing in from your center and bend to 90 degrees. Inhale and exhale as you move. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch back. Let's go for the dumbbell again. Balancing yourself in the center, elbow up, and kickbacks. Full inhale, full exhale. Feel the tricep contract when you extend the arm. You want to feel that muscle contract. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side, elbow up, kick back. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's put those weights to the side for right now and simply come over on the back. Bringing the knees into the chest and taking both arms out. The legs are up. They're bent about almost 90 degrees. So here's the thing, from here, this point, this is the easiest version, and then the further up your legs are, it becomes harder. So you can place your legs where you feel that you have them best. Now, the next part of this is shoulders cannot lift up off the ground. They have to stay down. So as I allow my legs to move over to the right, I am forcing my left shoulder down, and when I can't hold my left anymore, which is about here, I brace in from my center and move my legs to the other side. So they don't go all the way to the floor. Your goal is not that. Your goal is to keep the shoulder against the ground the entire time. Now inhale one way and exhale the other, and feel your rib cage contract as you're moving the legs. Full inhale, full exhale.
Be positive. Turn your TV off and turn the radio up, cause it's my favorite song. Grab a partner and start rocking until the break of dawn. There ain't no good
Let's do
news
3
on the
more on
news
each
today,
side.
so leave that all alone. We all gonna come together and we're gonna make the world dance forever.
Here's 2, and here's 1 more.
Wonderful night. I just need some time to slide. The music will give you the chance.
And back to center, knees into the chest and hold. Placing one foot on the ground, one leg up, and hold here. Pushing your tailbone into the floor as the heel goes up, and then switch sides, and hold. Now both feet down, hands behind the head, lifting up about 1 inch off the ground. I call this the hover. And from here, take your awareness to the ribs. Feel the ribs squeeze in and then feel them open. So as they squeeze in, the knee comes up and release. So the goal is not to bring your nose to the knee. The goal literally is to squeeze the rib cage so that it lifts your upper body off the floor and at the same time lift your leg. So I want you to really focus on what you should be feeling. So feel the rib cage close in and feel it release. Your head is about 8 to 10 pounds. So you should feel like you're holding the weight of your head. 4 more. And 3. Now 2. And 1. Release both arms out, legs come back up again. Think of your shoulders. Hold the left shoulder down as the legs move to the right. Now squeeze the rib cage and go to the other side. The minute you feel like your shoulders changing, it's contact with the floor, that's where you end, and then work your way to the other side. Inhale one way, exhale the other.
You shouldn't miss your time to dance. Tonight is a wonderful night. I just need some time to slide.
We have 5 more on each side. So here is 1.
Let the music take control till you can feel it all in your soul. Let your body lose control till you can feel it down in your toes. Grab your neighbor by the hand, bring it down to the understand. Hey, I got to get up on that get.
And 4. Last one. And back to center. So this time the right leg is going to move. Hands behind the head, come up into your hover. Think about the rib cage. So we're feeling the weight of our head. Now contract and release. Leg comes up and back down. Keeping your focus on the contraction. So that contraction is what's lifting you up off the ground. Full inhale, full exhale. You have 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Hug the knees into the chest. Now let's reach for our lighter weights first, and then also place the bigger ones by the sides. So we have those ready to go as well. Now bring yourself back to the floor. start with the lighter weights. Arms are up now, knuckles to the sky so your wrist is very straight, and think shoulder blades. Move them in and back together so it feels like your chest is up in the air. From here, small bend in the elbow, and now only move from the shoulder. This is called a chest fly. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Full inhale, full exhale. Four, three, two, and one. Now lower these down. Let's take only one weight. Set yourself up. Shoulders are back and down, chest is up. Brace in from the center. And this is a one-arm chest press. So you're moving in an arc of motion, aiming to the very center of your chest, coming down to about 90 degrees, keeping the knuckles aiming to the sky so the wrist is straight. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the weight. The other side. Set yourself up. Both shoulders are down and back. Knuckles up and aim across the chest just to the midline. Full inhale, full exhale. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Bring that weight down. Let's go back for the lighter weights. Arms up, knuckles to the sky. Small bend in the elbow with the shoulders back. Now open wide with the arms. I call this a big bear hug. Keeping the chest up in the air and keeping the shoulders in contact with the floor the entire time. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, starting with the left arm. Place the arm in position, knuckles up, shoulder blades are back, and up and across. Bracing in from your center, trying to feel like your body is even on the ground, even though all the weight is in your left arm. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the weight, the other side. Set yourself up with the knuckles up. Balance the body weight into the floor, and then straight up and across. Full inhale, full exhale. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Let's bring ourselves up from there. Taking these weights over to the side. Okay, so bringing yourself over, you want to place yourself in a tricep push-up position. And your hands land right underneath your shoulders. We're going to lead with the left arm. So bring your body now into a plank position, bracing in from the center, and the left arm will take you down and bring you right back up. Now notice how my hips are not really changing position. All my body weight is in my hands, so I keep neutral spine. And as the exercise feels more challenging, I brace in from my center a little bit more. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And stretch back. Now reaching for the lighter weight, all fours position, elbow in and reach forward. Pulling back, keeping the elbow really close to the body. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now the other side. Balance your weight, elbow in, and reach. Full inhale, full exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back into our tricep push-up position for our up downs. This time, right arm leads. Balance your weight, brace in from the center, and right arm goes down and back up. Three more. 2, and 1. Oh, let's stretch back for a second. It's always nice. And actually sitting up, taking both arms back behind your back. And release. I think I'm already sweating on this one. Okay, all fours position. Left elbow up and back. And let's reach forward and back. I think I was about to do a kick back. I don't know why I felt I had to do those, but it's okay. We're reaching forward. There we go. Finishing up the work on our shoulders and back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side, balance your weight, elbow in, reach out and in. Out. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We made it. We made it to the finish line. So once again, sitting, and again, if you feel like you're tucked under, sit on something like a towel, a mat, even a yoga block would work, to be honest. And you can place your legs any way you want to for just a moment here. Take one arm up, behind your back. Reach for the elbow, stretching your tricep. Now this same arm comes down and across the chest, pushing the shoulder down all at the same time. Let's do the other side. Arm up and press back and hold. Now that same arm down and across the chest and hold. And both hands behind the head, big deep breath. Exhale, chin down. And slowly come up, rotate to the left, aiming back with the left elbow and the left shoulder. And now rotate back through the center. Let's go to the right. And back to center, both legs go out. They're about hip distance apart. Big deep breath, and exhale and hinge forward and hold. Lifting the chest up, feeling your tailbone back as you're pulling your toes towards you. Then you feel all the lengthening behind the back. And lift up, cross the foot over into a figure 4, deep breath, and exhale and hinge. This is another great time to grab some water. And now knee up and rotate. Back to center, staying here, basically hinging first and then lowering your forearm to the ankle, and left arm comes up and then reach back, open through the chest and shoulders and hold. And release the other leg, cross over, big deep breath, exhale and hinge and hold. Lift up and rotate. Stay on this side, hinge again, lower the forearm, and arm comes up and reach back and hold. And back to center. So once again, sitting any way you want to. Now pull yourself up nice and tall and hold, and then reach the arms up. And just allow those arms to float down. Thank you for joining me in today's class. Go out there, have a wonderful day, and of course, keep the body moving. Until next time, bye for now.